So welcome. Let's see. I presented these slides, the ABCs of mental health last Thursday night in the That Essential Glow and Friends Facebook group. I wasn't totally satisfied with how it played out. So I'm hoping that you won't mind. I added some stuff. I swap-a-roonied some things. And so I hope you don't mind me using some group time and space to practice this new set of slides. Facebook Live always takes a minute to send out notifications. So for those who are a part of the Ask Nurse Tammy Facebook group who have agreed to get notifications about lives, I'm going to run through some announcements first. Maybe they'll get some notifications. Maybe y'all will join. Feel free to hop into the comments. I do have, I'm not asking anybody to join me on Zoom tonight, but I do have my eyeballs on the Facebook comments. So hopefully I can kind of smoothly navigate all of the things that I need to navigate. Oh. So if you're here catching the replay because you did not catch the Facebook Live, yay for you, happy you're here. Keep in mind that if I go fast, you can slow me down. If I go too slow, you can speed me up. You are in charge of your digital experience, so curate it as you will. Thankfully, Facebook now offers us the opportunity to edit our playback speed. This slide is here to keep, a friendly reminder that dōTERRA's information prowess is a real thing, and they are reaching people on multiple platforms, and they are helping people learn in whatever their style is. So if you're an audio learner, the podcast is going to be great for you. If you're super nerdy like me, going to training.doterra.com and taking some of their courses is probably going to make you super happy. Obviously, they have got a lot of articles. They have a blog that is completely dedicated to the science of everything. If you're not sure where to look because you're kind of overwhelmed with the information, get in touch with me, get in touch with Gloria, any of your leaders, because we can figure out what works best for you and then offer you some recommendations on where you need to go. Get your information. Just remember, you are never alone on this wellness journey. If you didn't know, I have an office space in downtown Graham. My mom is a craniosacral therapist. She and I share office space. In the building where we share space, there's a small conference room, and that is the space that I am using for dōTERRA office hours. You may have seen me talk about office hours and share some posts within the group. February, there was this really strong focus on just community connection and appreciation. We had some goodies. We had the Serenity Sleep System giveaway. So we had really great time, and my birthday was in February. So there was a weekend full of cupcakes and goodies and cookies and all of that type of stuff. But in March, we're going to get a little bit more serious as the spring comes and as our energies are a little bit more engaged, a little bit more focused. We're going to hopefully be digging into some good activities and actions and just helping people out. I don't ever run office hours aren't about having a formal class or a workshop. It's really meant to be a time for you to come in, have a casual conversation. Maybe you are connecting with somebody about dōTERRA and you want them to be able to experience the oils in kind of a low-key environment. I keep a lot of oils in there just so that people can try and smell and use some. I keep empty bottles of product, LLV, and the new PB Restore, just lots of promo type stuff. I have the most recent copies of the oil books, and that can be really helpful because sometimes the newer oils aren't in your older books. So just feel free to come. You are welcome. You can be super nerdy because that is how we roll. And it's really meant to be, if you're a builder, we can talk about, what classes you might want to run or information that you need to pull together, or if you want to start your own Facebook page that is specific to dōTERRA, or maybe even another social media platform. That's kind of what I do in my other parts of my world. So I'm pretty, I'm a safe place to brainstorm if you want to brainstorm. I'm offering 3 doTERRA office hour sessions in the month of March, and you can see them here. I'm offering 1 Friday night and 2 Sunday nights. And then of course, I'll keep you guys up to date as things go, as the month unfolds. The other thing that is happening that is not necessarily doTERRA specific is Q2 planning. I am hosting a Q2 planning session that is very specific to the idea of like where 2 or 3 are gathered, right? When you share time and space with people and have the same intention, powerful things happen and can manifest. So I have done this digitally. I've offered like virtual co-working spaces and have had really, really positive impact on my own work, but also on those who have joined. We've just been able to find this beautiful slipstream and we get a lot of work done. So if you have a creative project, if you are a blogger, if you are thinking about building doTERRA and need to put some content together, I mean, just a myriad of things. This isn't really a chatty session. This is meant to, people come in, they get comfy, we say hi, and then we get to work. So if that sounds like that might be up your alley on Sunday, March 17th, St. Patty's Day, from 2 to 5, I will be hosting that at the office as well. I should also mention that the office has Wi-Fi, so you would be able to bring your tech and plug in and get some stuff done. Now, it's just me tonight, and we're doing this late, so I'm not expecting like, 10,000 of you to jump on and have a bunch of questions, but just know that it's just me. And thankfully, because I didn't share the Zoom link, my engagement is really here on Facebook, but I will keep my eyeballs on the comments. And at the end, if there were any questions that I can address as a part of the video, I will. And then, just be patient with me because this is a thing and it requires vulnerability, and we need to be kind to each other. And what I'm hoping too is that more of you will feel comfortable with practicing your digital presentations, right? That would be incredible. So have some grace for me, and I will have grace for you when it is your time to present. So let's see. I feel very strongly about honoring compliance. So please know that the statements that are included in this presentation today have not been evaluated by the FBA. Any product promoted is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. I am sharing my own experience with these products, and of course, the stories that have been shared with me from others who have enjoyed positive body support from these products. And maybe this slide should be at the beginning, but if you don't know me, I am Jen Busfield. I was introduced to doTERRA the summer of 2015. And at that time, my son and I, we were going through a lot of challenges and struggles, both physically, mentally, emotionally. There's just a lot going on. And so for me, learning about the natural solutions provided by, doTERRA essential oils and wellness products really just gave me that feeling of relief, really, but it just empowered me to feel like there were positive impacts that I could make on core issues that we were focusing on working through at that time. At this point, doTERRA products are a cornerstone of our family life and how we are planning on building our best lives moving forward. And this is us. This is us now. This is me and my son, and we were able to go to convention this year. It was our first time in person. It was big and loud and overwhelming and wonderful. And we met new friends and new people, and we got to connect with teammates of ours and share fun stories, right? Because now we have the stories of when we all went to convention together. And if convention is something that you want to do, I actually did prepare slides on Salt Lake and Salt Lake City and just kind of our experience, but I'm happy to chat with you during office hours. about what it was like to be there and how you might be prepared, and what you might want to pack and just all of that type of stuff. Anyway, we have a good time, and I know that we will likely go again in the future. In case this is a helpful reminder, of course, I understand my audience here are people who are already familiar with doTERRA products, but purity is what sets doTERRA apart from other essential oil companies. The intention on pure products, business practices full of integrity and a love of humanity. And again, we know that an essential oil's purity is its most important characteristic because purity affects an essential oil's safety, effectiveness, and potency. Every batch of doTERRA essential oil undergoes rigorous third-party and internal testing to ensure that your products are free of adulteration. From the source to you, doTERRA essential oils are certified pure, which means you can have perfect peace of mind when you choose to bring them into your house and into your family and how they impact others that you care about. doTERRA is committed to sourcing the best and helping the most. And they are sourcing pure essential oils in sustainable, ethical, and responsible ways for individuals and communities worldwide, right? They're taking care of the people as well as the environment. They cut out middlemen, working instead directly with the farmers and the harvesters, and they're paying fair on-time wages and developing long-term partnerships there at the source. This approach also means that they can monitor an essential oil's purity right from the start at the source. Each plant is harvested from where it grows best, resulting in the best internal chemistry. And with an ideal chemistry, the extracted essential oils work exactly as we would expect them to and want them to. If this interests you, like if you're nerdy about co-impact sourcing and how doTERRA is moving forward with honoring communities as well as the environment, I'm going to encourage you to go to sourcetoyou.com. Again, an essential oil's purity affects safety, effectiveness, and potency. I mean, why would we bother if they just smelled good? I mean, last time I checked, potpourri just smells good. So one of the great things about doTERRA essential oils is that they are natural and they are safe. They are products extracted from Mother Nature. Nothing is added. There are no contaminants or fillers, and nothing is taken away. You can confidently use doTERRA essential oils with babies, children, adults, and the elderly, and at any age across all those bodies, they're going to be positively impacted. doTERRA essential oils work with your body on a cellular level. They have a remarkable way of hanging out both around and inside your cells, helping your body to combat threats. One of the greatest gifts that an essential oil gives us is its molecular size and makeup, right? That allows them to pass through the cell membranes and get to work quickly. Also, an essential oil's chemistry is quite complex, so threats can't build up a resistance to the vast number of chemical compounds, and that plays in our favor. Here's another example of doTERRA taking their commitment to impact the world for good very seriously. The doTERRA Healing Hands Foundation offers resources and tools to communities and charitable organizations around the world. They offer the opportunity with every order for us to donate $1. doTERRA covers the organization's or the foundation's operating costs. So 100% of your donations go straight to helping others. And if you think about it, like, every year, doTERRA processes millions of customer orders. And if we all just donated that $1, I mean, just imagine the good that could be done. As a company, doTERRA focuses on doing what's right instead of what's easy. They're not trying to cut corners. They're committed to making the world a better place, putting customers, global partners, and sourcing communities at the forefront of everything they do. If this piques your interest, again, if you want to get nerdy, I'm always going to give you an invitation to get a little nerdy. There is a website, pursuit.doterra.com. If I remember correctly as well, I think I got an email today, end of yesterday, where the new impact report is coming soon. I think the 1st of March, next week. So you can keep your eyes open for that if you are paying attention to those types of emails from dōTERRA. So all of this is why I am all in when it comes to dōTERRA essential oils, dōTERRA wellness products, and why I'm a member of the 25 Collective. Now it's time to take a deep cleansing breath. We are now going to transition into the meat of our presentation. I'm looking forward to sharing product-specific information with you. And while we're all taking a deep cleansing breath, I'm also going to take a sip of water. So, how has 2024 been treating you? Because I know in my community, there were a lot of people who were very excited about 2024. It was going to be their year. They had all these goals. If they were the type of people who set resolutions, they had resolutions. It was going to be their year. And 2024 did not come to play. It has packed a punch. And a lot of people that I know who are very, very excited about 2023 ending and 2024 beginning are a little winded and out of breath and struggling because the pressure is on. And so with additional pressure and challenges, it gives us an opportunity to define, redefine, and refine how you want to show up. Whether that's like, how do you want to show up to meet your personal and professional goals? How do you want to show up when you're trying to take care of yourself? Like, who do you want to be as you're supporting your family and your loved ones? And then, like, if your mission is to love others, who are you being? How are you becoming as you are facing all of this pressure and all of these challenges? How are you still showing up to love others? So as you continue to invest in your personal development, as you continue to move forward, hopefully with hope for 2024 to be the best year yet, these are products that I feel like I can very easily recommend for helping support you in becoming your best self. Oh, very quickly. Earlier this month, we had the just delightful opportunity to go to the Elon School of Law, located in Greensboro, North Carolina. We were with their diversity fellows who were hosting a mental health check-in for their second-year law students. And so we were a supplement to like their overall program and providing these second-year law students with some ideas on how they could take care of their mental and emotional well-being while being under an incredible amount of pressure. And here's a resource that they had at the check-in table. And while it's very easy that we could see these ideas being on the minds of students, I mean, I think that we can all relate with these topics and these categories, right? Money is a big deal right now, and it's a lot. Is the lack of it is on a lot of minds. For those of us who are parents and caregivers to young ones, we're a little stressed out about all the things that our young ones are into or not into. I know that there is a growing community of caregivers for those who are aging and or elderly, and there's a lot of stress and breakdowns that are happening on that side of the caregiving experience as well. Stress is mounting. How, when you're just talking about all of that, how are you still like showing up to be a good friend to the people that you love, who are supporting you, and hopefully you're helping support? How are you managing your to-do list? If you're homesteading, how are you keeping up with the season and the season change and all the prep that needs to happen in order for you to have a fruitful next season? And so often as individuals, we're going from one thing to the one thing to the next thing, and we're not taking the time to self-reflect or process through or integrate all of these experiences and all of these feelings that are rising up as we are living through experiences, because our timelines are moving so quickly. So it's like all these things start building up, not only externally, but also internally. So that's a lot to have on your mind. That's a lot to have trapped in your body. And so my real question is like, how are you supporting yourself? What practices do you have in place to help you release some of these thoughts and feelings, to help you process, integrate this new information that's coming at you? And I take this slide very seriously. I know that I am not helping when it comes to adding more information for what's on your mind. But I hope that you will hang with me, and also hear my heartbeat when I tell you, please don't feel like you have to remember everything. Here is a resource. You can screenshot this page. You can go to the link, or if you have your like mobile, if you're not watching this on your mobile and you have your mobile up at a computer screen, you can use the QR code. I've tried to give you options in different ways, but this resource has been created with the thought of, this is a lot of information, and we want to make sure that you can have the like most important points readily accessible. So let's run through the ABCs. A is for adaptive. Adaptive is the calming blend that doTERRA has created. It is available as a 15 ml bottle, a 10 ml touch, and as capsules that include to help you manage the effects of stress and anxious feelings. Whether you're feeling fatigued or restless, indecisive or irritable, when the overwhelm, because there's so much coming at you, is taking over, adaptive can help you engage in your self-care activities. Adaptive is a blend that includes lavender, copaiba, rosemary, magnolia, neroli, sweet gum, wild orange, and spearmint. You can use adaptive to help foster a sense of calm, a centered mindset. If you're about to lose it, it can help invite a sense of composure. Some other things from this list, helping to overcome mental fatigue, or helping to improve cognitive function. This idea of having emotional agility, a lot of the things that are in our lives today are testing us in the feels in a really big way. I love the fact that not only can it support you mentally and emotionally, but physically. If you're somebody who experiences a lot of cramps, if you've got a fussy baby, it is good for our bodies as well. You can massage adaptive into your neck and shoulders to help relieve tension, especially if you're the type of person who kind of like bottles it in and holds it in, and then all of a sudden your body is like creaking and aching. It's because you're holding on to all of this stuff. Adaptive can help kind of loosen that up and release that tension. And sometimes it's not your neck and your shoulders. Sometimes it's your hips, right? Wherever you're building up tension in your body, you can use adaptive on your body safely. I know that many have integrated adaptive as a daily habit to help support navigating their day-to-day use. When we were first introduced, when adaptive was first released, we both, meaning my son and I, it came available when he was starting his high school years. We did use the capsules daily as a way to kind of like lower the volume on everything that was coming at us during his high school years. I will admit I kind of can get testy when traffic is bad, and so I do keep a 10 ml roller in the car specifically for traffic. So let's see. What I can tell you, and I made a note to remind myself, is like when we were incorporating adaptive into a daily supplemental routine, I could tell as quickly as the first couple of days, but like by the end of the week, it was just remarkable how much more smoothly we were navigating going from thing to thing. And, I only have the one. I can only imagine that if there were multiples and tension can get high, that the idea of navigating smoothly from one thing to the next could be extremely, extremely helpful. Everyone's high stress circumstances are their own, right? Your uniqueness and your unique perspective, your experience in this life makes some things for you small and easy, and other things big and hard. And what may be small and easy to you might be my big and hard. So we do have some similarities from person to person, but only you know the details of your inner life. And so I'm going to offer you some ideas here, but you can take my ideas with a grain of salt. If I were going to recommend adaptive for someone, it might be under these types of circumstances, right? Daily, take a daily capsule when the schedule is tight, when stress is high, in seasons of life when your input is in high demand. For a real life example, my son is about to embark on a new volunteer experience. And so, very likely, with the idea of him meeting new people and learning new rules and having new responsibilities, and also mama being a part of helping integrate that all of his new responsibility into our family schedule. To get us started and help make things more smooth as we get started, I'm going to put adaptive back into our daily regimen for sure. If you're the type of person who gets nervous before a big test or a big work presentation, I would take it the night before and the morning of. Absolutely, I would. If you're the type of person who has a meditative practice just before a prayer session, if you use journaling as a way to process and integrate feelings or new thoughts and ideas, if you're a yogi and you have a habitual practice of yoga, I would absolutely incorporate adaptive before any of those things to help you connect with your practice more strongly. If you're the type of family who has family meetings, I know I did. I was in one of those families, and I know that my son and I have also taken refuge in having consistent family counseling sessions with a third party so that we could communicate effectively with each other. So before any one of those sessions, or even during one of those sessions, if we need to take a calming time out because things are getting hot and tense, it could be a moment for adaptive, right? Anytime that you're welcoming change is a really good time to incorporate adaptive into your daily unfolding. So B is for balance. Balance is doTERRA's grounding blend. It is formulated with beneficial essential oils that work together to create a calm and relaxed atmosphere, and is available as a 15 ml bottle. doTERRA Balance combines CPTG, black spruce, whole leaf, frankincense, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus. And I'll be honest with you, Balance was one of my favorite, was my favorite essential oil when I was first introduced to doTERRA. I love the fact that it had this kind of outdoorsy vibe, while also providing like those grounding essential oils, and also had like frankincense, which we all talk about being like good for just about anything because it's such a beautiful and powerful essential oil. I don't know if you're familiar with the practice of grounding, where you take off your shoes and you go walk on some grass or in some dirt or on some sand, and the powerful benefits that just having your bare feet on the ground can provide for you and your body. It's like they got that whole concept and put it in a bottle. I think it's just incredible. You can use Balance to help restore a feeling of equilibrium to your body. For me, I already mentioned that I spend a lot of time in front of the computer screen as a part of like my professional work experience. And so I love the idea of, while I might be stuck here at my computer looking at screens, I can have the feeling and the vibe of being grounded or being outside. Balance is wonderful in the diffuser as far as I'm concerned, and it's also wonderful to just rub at the back of my neck. I also like to rub it right here on the sides of my neck to make sure that frankincense kind of really like seeps in there. So I love the fact that balance can help provide positive mindset. It can help reduce anxious feelings or even restless feelings. I love the idea that you can use balance to offer some tranquility, and kind of, if change is overwhelming for you and you lean on the side of fear, balance can help you ground so that you can focus more strongly on your faith, right? And balance is perfect to diffuse during road trips. Ask me how I know, because we are a family who likes to drive cross country and back, and or mid country and back. We love being on the road and exploring new things, and being challenged with new neighborhoods and new environments and new ice cream flavors, right? So we love keeping balance in the car, in our little car diffuser. It's particularly helpful when I'm on unfamiliar roads, or if it happens to be both the double whammy of being in unfamiliar territory during rush hour. Ask me how I know. And again, you can take any of these ideas that I'm about to offer you with a grain of salt, but I feel like if you're the type of professional who works in a workshopping environment where there's a lot of meetings, where you're brainstorming or building new programs or new products kind of in real time, I think that having balance at the beginning of that kind of meeting is super helpful. If you have a young one who's a part of a study session, balance is going to be helpful. If you're the type of person who struggles with the idea of holiday shopping and the rush and the bustle and the stress in the parking lots because everybody's, balance would be a perfect oil for that type of experience. I think that balance is also the right type of oil, specifically because of the frankincense. That if you are honoring somebody who's transitioned, whether at a reception or visitation, at the funeral service, I think that having balance as a extra tool to help support you through that situation, through that experience, through those moments of connecting with other grieving people, would be super supportive and super helpful. C is for my favorite. I did tell you that balance was my favorite. C is my favorite, hands down. My favorite product from dōTERRA is Copaiba, and all the things that Copaiba helps support. So it is available as a 15 ml bottle, a 10 ml touch, and it is also available as soft gels. Copaiba essential oil is derived from the resin of the copaiba tree, which grows over 100 feet in the tropical South America and the tropical area of South America. It can help soothe anxious feelings, and it can be applied to the skin to promote clear, smooth complexion. Copaiba is widely used in soaps, creams, lotions, perfumes. It's been an integral part of traditional Brazilian health practices. And did you know that Copaiba helps to amplify the positive impacts of other essential oils that you might be using to help support your physical, mental, emotional state? dōTERRA Copaiba is a blend of 4 species and replicates the powerful benefits of cannabis without the THC or CBD. Copaiba, let's see, I'm going to read some big words here. Hold on. So you get the powerful benefits of cannabis without the THC or the CBD. So it doesn't contain the psychoactive cannabinoids, but the main component which the easy term is BCP, but that stands for carophylline, may be neuroprotective and may have cardiovascular and immune benefits when consumed. Copaiba is also a powerful antioxidant. So copaiba contains the highest levels of BCP among currently known essential oils. So really quick, get a little nerdy and sciencey with me. The endocannabinoid system, right? We're gonna call it the ECS moving forward, but the endocannabinoid system is a signaling and regulating system comprised of enzymes, receptor sites throughout the body, and endocannabinoids produced by the body. Okay, so the ECS, that whole system, acts as a major regulator of human health. The BCP in copaiba binds to the CB2 receptors to aid healthy immune and inflammatory responses in the body. It also influences multiple signaling pathways to promote healthy liver, healthy digestive processes, the kidney, the heart, and positively impacts your brain function. With its wide influence on key organs, BCP supports general well-being. And I think it's worth repeating because I just said it at the end of the other slides, but I just got super nerdy with you, so maybe you forgot. But if BCP supports general well-being because of all of the organs that it positively impacts, copaiba contains the highest levels of BCP among currently known essential oils. I mean, it is truly a treasure that we have access to this product. It can be added directly to the mouth to cleanse and soothe the gums and oral cavity. So copaiba could also be a really important part of your maintaining your dental health. You can use copaiba for a myriad of reasons. And in this house, we do. When my son was transitioning into adolescence, his hormone spikes were so out of control, he often experienced sessions of rage. And I think it's really interesting because if you know my son, it is rage isn't really a word that you would associate with how he is and how he moves through his world. So you can imagine me being super shocked and not really knowing what to do. And I remember having a really frank conversation with his father about the fact that I needed some extra support. And while we were very careful not to put him on a lot of medications, or as many medications as we did. I told him, I said, I think that to get us through this season of adolescence, I'm thinking about giving him CBD to help him mellow a bit because his anxiety and his rage is taking over and it's just a lot to handle. And right about that time, the spirit is so good to us. Copaiba was on the market. And so it was, It was revealed at convention. And I was super interested and did a lot of research. And I called his father back and said, well, actually, I'm going to try this new product that dōTERRA just put out. And we're going to see how it goes. And for us, copaiba was super important for helping those swings to be a little less dramatic, and giving us that feeling of being steady and secure within our bodies, within his body for sure, so that we could move with a lot more peace and grace from one moment to the next. Just taking a look at this slide here, I mean, really the question is, what will copaiba not positively impact, right? Because it's doing a lot for our physical systems, our physical organs and processes. I think for me, one of the things that stands out so strongly is the way that it can help support and soothe our central nervous system. And when that has a little bit more calm and peace to it, we can navigate with less stress, less anxiety for sure. I love it for supporting digestives, all the digestive things. I think that for this household, while we do love DigestZen as a product, if we've got a huge case of grumpy belly, we absolutely will have extra copaiba as a part of our health routine. I was outside today moving wood chips from one part of the yard to the other part of the yard, and I was out there for about 2 hours. I most absolutely came in and took copaiba, extra soft gels, to help support my body and my inflammatory response. One of the things that, as I was researching for these slides, I thought it was really incredible that copaiba could be used as a part of a practice if you're trying to break a bad habit, if you're trying to make peace with your past. So let's move on to the next slide. We have several bottles of copaiba in the house. I have an emergency bottle of copaiba in the car. Again, if we're on a road trip, I'm in an unknown place. If I need to stop and take a breather at a gas station, it's always nice in those moments to have extra copaiba at hand. If somebody came up to me and was like, hey, how would I use copaiba? Some of the suggestions that I would make would be to include copaiba before or after a workout session. And that could be internally. It could also be externally with the oil, with just the bottle, or with a roller. I don't know about your body, but my body likes to talk to me when the weather patterns change. And it's usually a little angry when the weather pattern changes. And so copaiba helps ease the ire in my body when the pressure is changing or the temperatures are swinging back and forth. Again, I love the idea of including copaiba if you're actively working on breaking a bad habit. I think if you are a person who invests in CST or EMDR or EFT therapeutic sessions, incorporating copaiba as a part of your therapeutic practice, I think would be incredible and so powerful. And I think that the feeling of overwhelm is strong. It's palatable for a lot of people these days. And I think that incorporating copaiba as a daily practice, copaiba shows up these days for us. Adaptive is an every so often support. Copaiba is a daily support for us. We trust in its ability to help stabilize our whole being, so that then we can choose, and it's easier to choose to be our best selves in whatever is coming at us. So C is for copaiba, and S, the ABCs. The S is for another one of my faves, but it's a new fave, right? This at this most recent convention, Shinrin-yoku was unveiled and made available to us. Shinrin means forest and yoku means bathing. So the idea is to bring the outside in with this peaceful forest bathing blend. It is available as a 15 ml bottle, and it is also available as a 10 ml touch roller. And I will tell you very excitedly and honestly that I didn't even smell it. I didn't even get a chance to smell it. They just did the whole, product reveal from the convention stage. And I was like, I don't care what it smells like. I think I'm going to love it. And that's because I'm the type of person who loves being in the woods. I love going on a hike. I love being in the woods and seeing a creek and taking off my shoes and all of that. That whole experience is a happy place for me. So I was pretty sold on Shinrin-yoku before even having a chance to smell it. So if you didn't know, inhaling essential oils from trees and plants can elicit many of the same benefits that the actual experience of being in nature provides. This blend was specifically developed to recreate the forest atmosphere. So those living in more urban environments, or those like me stuck in front of a computer screen for most of the day, can easily experience the idea and the concept of forest bathing in everyday life, because I promise you, I do not get to hike as often as I would like to. Shinrin-yoku is a very robust, comprehensive blend of oils. I'm going to read this list to you. Hang tight. It includes lemon, patchouli, magnolia, Siberian fir, cypress, cardamom, hinoki, lavender, grapefruit, geranium, and lemon petitgrain. Like I said, I knew I was going to love it before I even smelled it. The forest and I, we're friends. I absolutely love it. And you know, I love this list. I love these ideas that are presented as a way to incorporate Shinrin-yoku into daily life, even when we can't get out and bathe in the forest. Being supported when feelings of being triggered arise helps to protect the brain and nervous and circulatory systems. I love diffusing Shinrin-yoku when I know I have a really important like work session that needs to happen and I need to like create a lot of things. I love that. So I will diffuse Shinrin-yoku at the start of a workday, but let's say I had a busy start to the day, maybe I had a couple of Zoom meetings, there was a lot going on, and now I'm in the like after lunch, afternoon kind of slumpy snoozy time. At that point, if I start a Shinrin-yoku diffuser, it's really about help me feel energized, and also giving me that like endurance to get through the rest of the workday, giving me this sense of positivity so that like if there are still things that I need to create at the end of the day, the ideas are still flowing. I love the fact that it helps support healthy melatonin production. There was a really incredible, well, there were a lot of incredible conversations that happened at convention, but there was one about a pilot study where they were diffusing Shinrin-yoku overnight while sleeping. And just so many, I believe, I know that I did watch sessions in both Ask Nurse Tammy and That Essential Glow and Friends. There are some recordings from those watch parties within our media files within the group. So you can go explore and see a little bit more about Shinrin-yoku in those videos. And here on the last thing, you know, I love the fact that it helps support healthy serotonin and dopamine levels. In case you need a quick reminder, dopamine acts on the areas of the brain to give you feelings of pleasure and satisfaction and motivation. So dopamine has a role to play in controlling memory, mood, sleep, learning, concentration, movement, and other body functions. I could stop right there. It's like Shinrin-yoku all day long. Yes, please, and thank you. But serotonin is a chemical that carries messages between nerve cells and the brain all throughout your body, right? So serotonin plays a key role in mood as well, sleep as well, digestion, nausea, wound healing, bone health, blood clotting, and sexual desire. So the fact that Shinrin-yoku can have positive benefits to both dopamine and serotonin production in the body, it's fantastic. It's incredible. So if somebody, now I will say not everybody loves Shinrin-yoku. There are a couple of conversations that I've had where the blend can appear sharply in somebody's nose. And so it can be a little off-putting. So I'm not going to say you're totally going to love it, but if you haven't smelled it, you absolutely should give it a try. Of course, I have Shinrin-yoku available for you to enjoy at office hours. So come see me in March. Some ideas on how to incorporate Shinrin-yoku: diffuse it overnight while you're sleeping. Do that. And then record how you feel in the morning, because I want to know. I've already mentioned to you that I'll use it to help boost an afternoon slump. You know, with the way that it helps impact clear thinking and cognitive function, the dopamine and serotonin levels, I would totally make sure it was diffused or it was on my body while I was working on my taxes. Yes, I would. Any sort of household accounting, absolutely, I would. If you're the type of person in a professional environment, whether, it's corporate or small business, at your next sales and marketing meeting, annual sales and marketing meeting, you should absolutely diffuse Shinrin-yoku and see how that might help make a positive difference within how that meeting unfolds. I think that Shinrin-yoku could be really powerful during a counseling session. And, I would totally wear it as a perfume during date night. Yes, I would. So A is for adaptive, B is for balance, C is for Kopaiba, and S is for Shinrin-yoku. And there you have it, the ABCs of mental health, mental and emotional health, and well-being. And as you continue on facing your 2024, remember to breathe. That's where we thrive, is in the deep, calm, cleansing breaths, right? In those moments where we are breathing deeply, we can call in and focus on what's best for whatever your next steps need to look like. While we're taking those calm, cleansing breaths, we can also allow the things that no longer serve us, the things that are no longer helpful, to peacefully exit your life, right? Breathe in peace, exhale chaos. Pull in all the supports that you need to be your best self as 2024 continues to unfold. Obviously, the products in this slide deck can help you as you journey forward, right? As you think about how to expand your ability to focus, as you work on maintaining your inner peace and resiliency, as you focus on expanding your ability to love others. I think that these specific products can help go a long way in helping us be our best selves. Hey, I'm gonna do this again because maybe at the first time I showed the slide, you were like, nah, I'm not gonna need it. And you might feel differently now that I've gone through all of this information. And if you do, you're welcome to screenshot, use the link, or use the QR code to download the document. And then let's see. Oh, this is just a sweet little reminder to save the date. Saturday, March the 16th, we're having an in-person workshop in Haw River, North Carolina. It will start at 10 a.m. I cannot tell you how excited. Not me for cleaning, not me, but how much I am looking forward to seeing the ladies who are putting on this workshop, because they are very excited about cleaning with natural, non-toxic solutions. So I wouldn't miss it. I will have my coffee and I will sit there and enjoy their delight as they share about natural cleaning solutions. Oh, and you're gonna definitely want to RSV for the spring cleaning workshop, because we are going to be working together to prepare the cleaning stuff. So we want to make sure that we have enough for everybody. Please RSVP. You're going to want to connect with Gloria specifically. And we are all done. And you're probably like, thank goodness, because she just talked forever. I totally did. And I really enjoyed having a chance to do it. Thank you for your patience with me as I went through the slides. I know that in the past, digital presentations that were offered in the group are probably a lot shorter and they're probably not happening at this time at night. But thank you for your patience with me. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to run through these slides with a little bit of public pressure. And since really, I don't think anybody's here, if you're catching the replay, please leave me a comment. Let me know. Let me know maybe where I could have been better, or where I could have maybe not expanded on the information, but you know what I'm trying to say. Thank you so much. I hope to see you at March office hours, and gosh, I hope that you're going to be so well. 2 months down, 10 months to go, you guys, and we still have lots and lots of time to make 2024 our best year yet.